Well, and honestly, I'm not sure if I'll be able to hunt penny boxes again. Alright guys, so I don't usually do videos showing my face, but if you saw the title and the thumbnail, you might be wondering, like, what? You're not going to be able to hunt penny boxes again? Well, okay, let me explain. So, to backtrack a bit, as you guys know, as probably, in fact, probably most Americans know, they're officially going to stop production of the penny. Now, I'm unsure if they're going to be making pennies in 2026, or I mean, I assume they are, but I don't know for sure. And I mean, if they are, I presume they're going to be lower minted. But what we know for sure is they're for sure stopping production by 2026. There's there's not going to be any pennies in 2027 or after. And again, most people in the country know that by this point, because as you know, Canada got rid of their pennies in 2012. And there had been talk about getting rid of the penny for over a decade now, mainly starting when Canada did it. But that's not what this video is about. I just wanted to tell you that so you guys know they're getting rid of the penny. But I wasn't too concerned, and the main concern I initially had was, will I still continue to be able to order penny boxes? Because I really only get my coins from one bank, one branch, unless I happen to be out further and I end up getting to a couple other branches, but that happens very rarely, because I do most of my stuff from home, so I don't go out nearly as much. And at this point in my life, I'm still in my parents' house, so for groceries and stuff like that, again, as I said, I don't need to go out as much as most people do. So really, I only get to other branches maybe once or twice a month. But this chase that I have, I actually can walk up to. It's like a 5-minute walk. And yeah, I mean, if you can imagine, carrying boxes of coins in a backpack up to that branch can get pretty tiring, but I've gotten used to it at this point. And honestly, it's some good exercise. So it does put quite a strain on the back, but this it's a really convenient branch. So I do most of my transactions there. That's the branch that I go to casually. But the concern that I was having when I heard that that they were going to stop producing pennies was, will this chase put limits? Because if I'm cut off from penny boxes at this bank, I won't really get to order penny boxes anymore, because I'm not going to be out enough to order a penny box from another branch and pick it up the next Wednesday or whatever. I'm not sure if branches pick up the same day. I assume they do, but I don't even know if that would matter, because I mean, well, I'll tell you kind of the bad news. So yeah, my concern was like, oh no, will Chase stop letting me get boxes of pennies? But I wasn't too concerned, because I was still getting them pretty regularly. And I had, since I found out that they were stopping making pennies, I had been stockpiling my copper, and I even just have a bunch of rolls of pennies that are just zinc. I even have just a bunch of rolls of zinc pennies stashed away, just because. So I wasn't too concerned, because I was preparing, and I assumed that I would still have a lot of time before they actually cut me off. And but I guess it happened a lot earlier than I thought I would. So last week I had ordered another 2 boxes, because as you guys might know, hold on, let me get the coin. As you guys might know, recently I found my second Indian head penny ever. Again, the camera is mirrored, so I don't know how much you can see it, but I found my second Indian head penny ever in a box. a 1906, and it's in great shape. And so, obviously because I found that, I was hyped. I was absolutely hyped to hunt another box. And so, I wasn't able to the next week, but the week after that, last week, I ordered again. And, when I called, usually I was gonna usually I pick them up on Wednesday. As I'm filming, today's actually Thursday, it's the 25th. It's my grandmother's birthday, so wish her a happy birthday in the comments. Anyway, so, I usually call on Wednesday, because that's usually when I pick up my boxes. But I had to call on Thursday because they weren't picking up the phone on Wednesday. This chase has had a lot of issues with not picking up the phone. So I called and, I asked the usual thing, like, I asked, say, hey, I ordered 2 boxes of pennies. I was wondering if they're in and if I can go pick them up. And, well, they didn't come in, and they also told me that, because they're stopping production of pennies next year, I can't remember if the company that makes that sends the coins out, I can't remember if that company is cutting them off completely or severely limiting them. I don't know. I can't remember what they said, but it was something like, because pennies are gonna be stopped, they're gonna stop making pennies next year. They're cutting off the pennies that this branch can order, meaning that I'm not going to be able to order penny boxes. And they say it's permanent. And the only pennies that they're going to get from circulation are the ones that people bring in. So I was really thrown off by that, because I seriously thought that I had a lot more time. I also want to know, like, have any of you guys experienced this by now? Has any other of your guys' banks cut you off from ordering penny boxes? I don't know. I totally didn't think it would happen this early. But I'm really curious. Let me know in the comments. Have any of your guys' banks cut you off from ordering boxes? Because it really threw me off. And I still have the 2 penny boxes from the box where I got that Indian penny. I still have those 2 boxes. Honestly, I'm thinking of just holding on to them and not returning them. But, so that really threw me off. And I was thinking about what I can do, because really my only opportunity to get pennies is through customer app rolls. They get brought in. Or, unless I try to find some way to get out more often, because if you guys don't know, I haven't really told you guys this, but I'm not driving. I'm not driving yet. And really, I only go when other people have stuff going on. That's why I don't get out often. But also because I don't really need to get out that often. But a lot of times when I go, it's when people are doing other things and we're already out, so I just take the advantage. So I can't just drive up to another chase and place orders from there regularly, which, as I said, I don't even know if would help, because I doubt that this is just going to be a thing with this branch. But I'm going to go to a couple other chases this weekend, because this is kind of an important thing that I want to know. So I'm getting out to a couple other banks this weekend just to see what the consensus is. Because I don't know. I doubt that other chases are going to be fine. Either that, or, like, let's say I place an order with one of these other branches, and then it just takes them a little longer to cut me off. So I don't even know if that would help. Unless I open an account at another bank, which I was debating about. I was thinking of. There's another bank in the area that is a local one that I see all over the place, and I've had decent experience with them as not being a member when I just go in asking for $50. So I've been thinking about making an account with them for a long time. So I might do that. But once again, obviously, it's not like them stopping production of pennies is only going to affect one bank brand. it's gonna affect all of them. So it's like there's a good chance that it might not make a difference if I make an account at another bank. So maybe before, if I do choose to think about making an account at this other bank that I'm talking about, I'm going to go in first and just kind of ask a couple questions like, did you guys also cut off ordering penny boxes too? So this is kind of what I've been doing. I've been overseeing kind of my options here, because I don't think I'll have much hope in trying to order boxes from other branches, and I don't think I'll have much hope ordering at other banks if I made an account at another bank, because as I said, why would this only affect Chase? So honestly, my only hope of getting pennies is when people turn them in. Which, I guess is okay, because at least I'm still hunting them. But as I said, because I'm really only able to get to this Chase, or not this Chase, other Chases, only like once or twice a month, it's a lot harder. And obviously, because the Chase that I mainly get my coins from, I go to so much, I'm not going to get nearly as many customer app rolls as I would at another bank, especially because there's other coin roll hunters at this bank. I'm not sure if they're also picking up customer app rolls, but I know that they coin roll hunt, and I know that they're going to get cut off just like I am. So, it's like there's a good chance that they might also they might also start looking for customer app rolls. So it might even be harder for me to get customer app penny rolls. But now that I know that news from Chase, when I go out to a couple other branches this weekend, I'm gonna try to get as many pennies as I can. Although it depends on what branches I go, because most coin roll hunters know that there are certain branches that you try to go to more often, because there's a better chance that you'll have it's a grouchy bank or something like that. So this is what I've kind of been doing. I've been kind of weighing my options. Like, one thing I want to do at the very least is see what other Chase branches say, but I presume they'll probably say the same thing. Or if not, when I ask them, they'll probably end up putting that rule in like a few days later, probably. But really, I was thinking about this, and I was like, isn't my only option at this point is getting customer app rolls, which again I guess is cool, and I like hunting customer app pennies. But again, this is the thing about this bank: there's a lot of coin roll hunters, and so there's a good chance that because these coin roll hunters also won't be able to get pennies, they'll start buying the customer app rolls. And, the good thing about this is I'll probably see a lot less returned pennies, because, obviously, if they're stopping minting production of pennies, then, coin roll hunters aren't going to have nearly as much pennies to turn in. So the customer app rolls that I do get at the Chase are probably going to be a lot more unsearched. Although the flip side of that is, obviously, them stopping production of pennies is going to affect everyone. So, because I assume, a lot of the people that get customer app pennies probably have gotten a lot of their pennies from banks over the years. So, and if that supply drops, the amount of customer app rolls that I could even get might drop down. And honestly, that seems like my only option at this point, is going as often as I can, getting pennies whenever I can. And I was really this was like one of the worst times for them to do it too, because as I said, I just hunted those 2 boxes and got that Indian head penny. So I was really hyped to hunt a couple other boxes. And other things I was thinking of, I was like, I could order boxes of pennies on eBay from other states, but once again, that's a huge money loss. You're paying usually around $50, $60 a box, and that's a huge money loss, and I'm not gonna do that. At least not now. If I get really desperate to hunt a penny box, then I might. But that's not really a viable option. My only viable options right now are seeing what other banks say and just buying as many customer app rolls as I can. In fact, I'm actually going up to my local Chase today and seeing if they have any customer app pennies or any other coins, honestly, because this most local bank of mine, this most local Chase, hasn't even gotten any customer app coin in a few weeks. So this is why I wanted to make this video, because I just feel like I had too much to say. Clearly way too much to say. The video's 15 minutes long already. And I just feel like this is something too important to leave to a YouTube short, because it's like, there's a good chance that I'm not going to be able to hunt penny boxes again. You know, I was really hyped because, you know, I had just hunted a penny box and gotten the Indian head penny, and I was really hyped to hunt more penny boxes, but it looks like that's not gonna happen. And I mean, I'll say one thing: it'll for sure drop the amount of penny boxes that I thought I was gonna hunt this year. I have a list down. I don't remember how many penny boxes I've hunted so far. Maybe like seven or eight. But obviously, I'll still be able to hunt nickel boxes. So, who knows? I might start loading up on nickel boxes. But again, the disadvantage of nickel box, and this is the thing that I liked about pennies, is you could get more for less. You know, you could get 4 boxes of pennies for the price of 1 box of nickels. So they were more versatile. Because I walked up to this bank most of the time, it was a lot easier carrying a penny box home or to the Chase than back. Because obviously, nickel boxes are a lot heavier than penny. I mean, this is a full box of pennies. This is one I've hunted already, obviously. But nickel boxes are a lot heavier than penny boxes. So, but who knows? I might try loading up on hunting nickels. So who knows? The videos in the next few weeks might be a little nickel heavy. Excuse me. I was also thinking of doing dimes more. So I might try hunting dimes more. So, that's another thing. I haven't hunted too many dime boxes. I mean, the last 2 dime boxes I hunted from, and the only 2 dime boxes I've hunted from this Chase, one was a total skunk, but the other one I hunted had 3 silvers. So, and if you guys had seen that video, so might do more dime boxes too. And I'm still trying to do quarters. This Chase has been really finicky with quarters, and I've been nervous to do half dollars because so many people have been getting uncirculated boxes, which didn't used to be a problem until they started making half dollars for circulation. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But it's really disappointing because I really like hunting penny boxes, and I was just starting to get into the period where I was hunting boxes semi-weekly. Like, I would say at least every other week I was hunting a box. And it was, and it's one of those things where it's like, if I was kind of meh and didn't feel like ordering a lot, I'd just order a box of pennies, because it's not nearly as much of a hassle to deal with physically as it is with nickels. But now that I can't do that, it's going to be a lot more of a hassle, and I'm not my ordering schedule might go back to how it was, maybe a year ago, where I ordered boxes maybe every 3 weeks or so. Who knows? I'm going to still try, but I don't think there's any way out of this. I mean, I don't think as far as at least this Chase, I think the last 2 boxes that I hunted where I got the Indian penny, those were my last 2 penny boxes until further notice, honestly. I mean, I will say I'm glad at least that I ended it on a good note. I'm glad that my last penny box, 2-box penny hunt, 2-box penny hunt, one of the boxes was mostly uncirculated, but I'm glad I ended it on a good note. I'm glad that I got a few oldies. I'm glad that I got an Indian head penny. So I'm glad that I ended it good, but I really wish that I could have continued to hunt. because man, I'm gonna miss hunting penny boxes. It's gonna feel like how I was in my early days of coin roll hunting, when I barely hunted any penny boxes. So that's kind of my update. Well, this is, again, as I said, it's an important video because I don't know, I mean, that's pretty dang important if I'm a coin roll hunting channel. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hunt penny boxes again. And if I do, it's going to take a lot of work to do so. So, anyway, that's pretty much the end of this video, though. I'm gonna still try to get custom wrap rules, but the penny videos are severely gonna go down. I'm gonna miss hunting penny boxes. Unless I'm able to, find another bank or find another branch that orders for me. But even so, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make a schedule out of that. So this is kind of the the end of the line, the end of it, and the conclusion is that I don't know if I know I've said this multiple times already. I feel like a broken record, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to hunt penny boxes again. So again, I'll try and keep going with custom wrap rolls and try some of the other techniques that I thought about, but it might be goodbye penny boxes, at least for a while. So, I might, as I said, with custom wrap rolls, I might try to gather a bunch of custom wrap rolls and do $25 custom wrapped hunts. But, who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna end this here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I really hope people watch this video because it's really dang important. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.